Hello, FCS 2250 Computer Application students. Mr. Lang here, and we're in Access, Section 1, our Project Exam 1. Let's go ahead and rock this out. What do you say? Let me go ahead and jump into full screen, do a couple things here. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for being my students. Thank you for hanging out with me during all of these videos to make sure that you and I all learn something. So pretty cool. So let's go ahead and knock things out. What do you say? So here we are, you guys. We're going to double click the representatives table. So we want to make sure there's two representatives here. One is a form, one is a table. We want to make sure that we are in the table. That's going to be important. We're going to click in the first field in the telephone field column. Telephone field column. We're going to click right there in the very first field of that. We're then going to click the Replace button in the Find group on the Home tab. So we're in the Home tab, Find. We're going to choose Replace. We want to make sure that we are in the Replace, not just the Find, but Replace. And we're going to go ahead and change area codes, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and open parenthesis, 424. And then close parenthesis. Tab key, open parenthesis, and we will 510 and close parenthesis. And believe it or not, when I was a kid, I was in area code 616. Now I'm in 269. They changed area codes with us. So you think of all those numbers that they had with those particular area codes are now all being changed. So we want to make sure we click the match option box arrow and then click any part of the field, because if they had that number here or there, they want to change that. So we want to make sure that it is any part of the field. It will change. So any part of this field. All right, so let's go ahead and hit Replace All, and it replaced. Maybe I didn't click it. Replace All. All right, it's still on there. I figured it would tell me how many it replaced, but it didn't. But it looks like it did replace them, so that is a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Cancel button there. And as it says, sometimes you may get it where it will appear and say, hey, click the yes button to continue. I did not see that, but you may go ahead and click yes button there. We'll close that answer key. I'll hit my save key a couple times just to make sure it's saved. Once to activate it, 2 to save. We're on 2 to 5. We're on our way now. We're going to click in the new item row below 27. So I'm going to click right below number 27, Mr. Wes Smith, and we have a new representative, number 28, Simone spacebar Johnson. And again, you want to make sure that these, John Stone, my bad. John Stone, make sure that you don't make that mistake, because it will mark it as wrong and you'll have to come back and redo it, which is no big deal, but you may have to do that. So just double checking that. I'm going to press my tab key. I do have a no phone number, and we are in our new area code of 510-555-3345. Tab key. And we got to get in our email address of sj at Shift 2, finding that Shift 2, ppi-edu.net. Tab key 4. Now I want to look at this because I can't see all of my email address. So if you remember from previous ones, I can hover between the two columns and double click, and now I can double check this that it has the entire email address. And again, I always love to double check this, ppi-edu. Looks like I do. And I want to press my tab key one more time to lock Mr. John Stone in. I'll hit my save key. I'm going to go ahead and close my answer key. And we're moving right along. 3 of 5. Let's go ahead and open up our answer key. Position the mouse in the record selector bar at the left of Kevin Hodson record until the pointer changes to a right pointing black arrow, and then click the left mouse button to select the record. All right, we got to find Kevin Hodson, and there he is right there. I got to click in the spreadsheet to activate it because I clicked on my directions. Kevin Hodson right there. All right, I click it to activate that. Now, while my pointer is still with the black right pointing arrow, I'm going to go ahead and right click on that, and I'm going to choose delete record, and it is completely gone. Again, you may get something that says, hey, are you sure you want to delete that record? Yes. I did not get that, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit save, and I'll close my answer key. and we'll move to 405. We are going to change the font size of this entire table. So I'm just going to click in the representative here to activate it because I clicked on the directions. Control A on my keyboard. Well, let me try that again. Control A. Now I have selected everything. And again, I'm using a Microsoft keyboard. For those of you that are Mac users, you're going to have to do some Googling of what selects everything. I think yours is a Command A. Don't quote me on that. I am Mac illiterate. Don't use Macs. They are beautiful machines, but just use Windows. Anywho, let's move on. Click the font size button arrow in the text formatting group on the Home tab. Home tab, text formatting, font drop down, 10-point font. There we go. We're going to click the Save button on the title bar. Title bar is up here. Lets me know what document I'm in, the title of the document. We'll hit Save there. I kick it a couple times. And then we're going to click the Representative Table Close button, which is that right there. Doesn't close the database, just closes the table. I'll close that answer key, and we'll choose Next. 5 of 5, already there. We're going to double-click the representative's form to open the form. So that's down here, the representative's form. All right, and we're going to go ahead and click in the Rep Last Name field. So Rep Last Name field, we'll click right there. We'll go ahead then and click the Find button in the Find group on the Home tab. We're in the Home tab, Find group, Find button right there. And what are we going to look for? Pool, capital P-O-O-L-E, Pool. And then we're going to choose Find Next. And it brings us to representative ID number 15, record 5 of 17. And we have found Brad Pool. And now, you know what? Find and replace. We have that. So now we found that. We can hit the Cancel button because we found the representative that we needed to in that form. All right, and now we're going to, in the Records group, click the Delete button arrow. Records group, the Delete button arrow, not the Delete key, but the Delete button arrow, and we want to choose the Delete record. And sorry, Brad, you have been eliminated. So we'll go ahead and hit our Save key. Again, if it did pop up saying, hey, click Yes if you sure you want to delete that record. We wanted to, so again, I didn't have that pop up, but yours may. I'm going to right click now on my representative tab and I'll choose Close. Another option. I could have hit the X there, but they just wanted to show me another option to close that. And without further ado, let's check our answers and see how we did. Hey. Great job, everybody. Again, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being my student. And as always, be kind. Hey, we'll see you in the next video.